Dear Doc, how's life in the slow lane? Life on the bullet train's just fine. We just keep holding on and enjoying the ride. We did a little poking around in the family tree woods, and Nancy discovered she was related to the rich and famous, only to find out that when it came right down to it, she had a lot more value than they did. Got me to thinking about something I once read by a woman named Melody Beattie. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. I believe truer words were never spoken. And I'm afraid Nancy's new relatives, with all that they think they have, still don't know that it will never be enough. They're living in their own kind of prison, and the things they've grown accustomed to will never let them leave. Hopefully, with Nancy's help, they'll begin to understand the only key to that prison comes from God Himself. On the other hand, I believe Miss DeWitt and her new family already get it.
Mom, the way that I reacted, it was wrong.
You don't need to apologize. But I do. For not telling you the truth years ago. I was afraid that you wouldn't love me if I did.
And for that, I am truly sorry. Because you should never have to question the love of your daughter. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetheart. So much. I always have. Donna, I've always loved you too. I thank God for both of you.
And as sad as some of this story is for all of them, it's a celebration just the same. A family reunion that I know they're all thankful for. And when Miss DeWitt's mother goes to meet the Lord, she's going to go content knowing all has been forgiven and that she did her best to love the daughter she gave up as well as the one she raised.
Mom, Dad, this is my sister Tracy.
And as it turns out, Miss DeWitt not only gained a sister, but her sister also gained a new family. And as long as we're on the subject, Dr. Crane found out a little about his family from way, way back.
I've gathered you all here because I believe you'll all want to hear this. As you all know, Major Doss, Officer Jackson have been kind enough to navigate their way through the hallowed channels of my great heritage, and they have arrived at the end of my genealogical journey. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Crane. The results of our investigation have in fact uncovered a great and well-known general in Dr. Crane's family tree.
This man was a first-rate general who fought in the Revolutionary War and was first known as a true hero.
True hero.
No general was considered more imaginative nor more courageous as he rallied his young, inexperienced troops into one battle after the next in our struggle for independence against the British.
A man undeterred by losses, impossible odds, and the reigning might of the enemy.
Undeterred.
A true American hero, until he became known as our nation's greatest
president.
Traitor.
Traitor.
Congratulations, Dr. Crane. You're a direct descendant of Benedict Arnold.
There must be some miscalculation, some horrendous mistake here.
I'm sorry, Dr. Crane, but the computer has spoken.
You said yourself that he was a war hero, a man of courage, a military genius.
All true and all forgotten because of his own dastardly acts.
Perhaps much like your own legacy will be.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I
we are going to tell him we were just kidding and he's really related to George Washington and not Benedict Arnold, aren't we?
I'm in no hurry.
Good answer.
Not in my lifetime.
Don't worry, Doc. Someday he's bound to find out the truth. And as we know from experience, there'll be plenty enough time for him to regale us with the glory of his past. But until then, Mum's the word, okay? Give my best to everybody, and give an extra special hug to Dottie. And tell her I'm thankful every day that our family trees grew together. Doc Cassidy.